Hidden Item wants to be the very best, like no one ever was. To report the news is our real test. To prove it, real or not, is our cause. Hi, my name is Zaire from Hidden Item, and joining me today is...
Hi, I'm Ricky, and I got some Pokemon-related stuff to talk about. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Luigi, look at it.
we are going to be talking about Pokemon.
For the Switch.
Woo!
Yep. Well, what about Pokemon? What's going on with
Well,
it?
you see, Ricky, a few days ago,
Yes.
a couple of boys named Zaire and Ricky from Hidden Item did a little video called Pokemon Switch Rumors. But what happened in that video?
I have no idea.
It got destroyed.
Yeah, I honestly... This happens too often, and I don't like it. Where it just disappears, and we're like, why?
But I mean, we're here to save it and talk about it now.
It actually kind of worked out, because some more news came out literally the day after we did that video, which happens to be today.
Today.
Yep.
And now to give you guys a rundown of what it is, two new, I guess, names were leaked?
Yeah. So it started out as an April Fool's joke, wasn't it? Or was that something else?
I think
No, that was this.
this.
Yeah, this was this. So
Oh,
it was on 4chan, and
My buddies from 4chan.
people leaked out on April 1st of all days these two names for the Pokemon Switch games called Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. And there was no traction up until recently when a bunch of reports going out to several.
I thought they leaked just a photo.
Well, that was the thing. The photos came out later.
Oh, then they leaked the name on April 1st?
Yeah, they did. They leaked them out.
Huh.
And then on top of that, the Pokemon Twitter has been like teasing it with like plushes of Pikachu and Eevee and all sorts of things just going around. But the fact that it was on 4chan and on April 1st kind of threw all the or made it irrelevant for a while until it started getting
for
traction.
some people, but some people know how 4chan works, and some
Yeah,
people...
and that 99% of the stuff posted on there are fake.
So, like Ricky said, there is Pokemon. Hey, you.
No, it's
Hey,
Let's Go Pikachu.
I think of Hey You
Pikachu was a N64 game.
That game was
No.
awesome.
It was not, and let's hope this is not one of those. So basically, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Instead of red and blue, or whatever mineral you could think of, or or cosmic bodies, whatever the hell you could think of. No, it's just
Its own name.
Pikachu and Eevee, which reflect red and blue, not Ash and Gary.
Ash and Gary.
And not Ash and Gary. No,
we're doing
it's-
Ash and Gary.
it's red and
Satoshi
blue.
and whatever Gary's Japanese name is. You guys
Blue.
can tell me.
It's blue.
No, it's Satoshi and Blue.
No, I have no idea.
You guys can tell me in the comments. Correct me what it is.
Yeah, so I didn't believe it yesterday. I didn't believe it was real. However, as Sarah B
Ooh.
noted on their Twitter,
Mhm.
domain names for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee were registered by the same company that Nintendo used to register the Sun and Moon domain names. So now I'm kind of flipped. I'm starting to think this is real because this happened with Sun and Moon also, where they registered the domain names, and the very next day they announced Sun and Moon is real.
So the reason why it's called Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is, people are hinting or speculating / I guess it was rumored that these are Kanto remakes.
Yeah, so that was another thing, Kanto remakes, and the spectrum of Kanto remake has gone from it's just Kanto again to all the way to it's a post-apocalyptic Kanto where it's
that's
underwater, a la Wind Waker. So, who knows where it falls on that spectrum? Maybe it's in the middle somewhere. But how does that make you feel?
Hey class, I brought Kanto. Sheen, you showed Kanto the class 5 times already.
Jimmy Neutron reference.
Yeah, well the thing is, I'm kind of tired of seeing Kanto. I mean, we've only seen it remade once, so technically twice with Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but
So
I think it's a safe bet that they're using the safe bet to go back to Kanto.
So we had it in what? We had it in the original games, red, blue, or green if you're in Japan,
Fire Red, Leaf Green.
and yellow, or Special Pikachu Edition, whatever you want to call it. And Fire Red and Leaf Green, Soul Silver, Heart Gold, Crystal, and then
And then forget
and then
regular gold and
again,
silver.
yeah, and that's what I just said.
Regular gold.
Oh yeah, and then regular gold and silver.
before that.
What?
No, yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all we've seen Kanto in. And then on top of that, Sun and Moon took a lot of inspiration from Kanto. It was consistently calling back to it.
Now, this is where I'm kind of like iffy because, I thought this would be Gen 8, or is that would be the new?
Yeah,
Gen
we'd be
8.
in Gen 8. However, it would be unorthodox if this was Gen 8 because it would be the first Pokemon game to come out that isn't a remake right after the previous generation game. So, and by that what I mean is after Platinum, we got Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Or after X and Y, we got Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah.
And then we just got Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which is a Gen 8 game. So we're the next one is due to be a remake.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, like, all right, if we're going like in order, the next one would be Diamond and Pearl. But
Diamond and
even
Pearl.
then, I think Diamond and Pearl is way too soon.
This it feels soon to us, but some people missed out on Diamond and Pearl. But here's the thing, it's a curveball. So one of the things, you know, Twitter Emily Rogers, right?
Yes.
She's
I don't know if that's
I don't know who her at is, but she leaks a lot of things on Twitter. You could Google her, Emily Rogers. It'll come up. And one of the things she said was, this one's going to make you... This is going to throw a curveball, and people are going to be like, what? When they see it. So that's something. And maybe the what could be like, it's not Diamond and Pearl remakes, it's another Kanto remake.
The thing with this is that, this is a game that's coming to Switch. It's the first Pokemon game to go back to consoles since, I believe, XD Gale of Darkness.
Well, those aren't mainline Pokemon games.
Oh, well, this is the first mainline Pokemon game, right?
Yes.
And you would think they would want to like make it all grand and lash out with going new gen, new world, new Pokemon. But no, they're going back to Kanto, and this might be a big hit or miss. And hear me out, because like people like me who have been fans of Pokemon for a long time, but over the years have gone burnt out. I stopped caring for Pokemon like around Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. They kind of lost me there, and then Sun and Moon kind of brought me back.
They lost me at Black 2 and White 2.
Well, yeah, that's where it started, right? Yeah, you're right. You're correct. That's where it started. But then it's like, okay, we'll do the remakes, and then we'll see, because X and Y was pretty good.
Sun and Moon was better in my opinion.
Yeah, and then Sun and Moon came out, and I just couldn't compel myself to finish it because they didn't change enough. It was different, but it still felt like the same thing over and over again.
I was more pulled by Alolan Pokemon, like the different forms of the Kanto Pokemon, to be honest, more than anything.
And don't get me wrong, like Sun and Moon were great games. Even though I didn't get to finish them, they were still great. I had a good experience with them. Now, going back to what I was saying, that now the Pokemon games haven't changed that much. There are some new mechanics leaked that are going to be in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's it.
Let's Go. Okay. Emphasis on the Go.
Yeah,
Okay.
people think that this is taking inspiration from Pokemon Go game, which that makes me a little upset. I just kind of hope they're just cashing in on the word Go, because they're like, people know Pokemon Go because it was a viral hit.
So you think like you're gonna catch the Pokemon, like you spin the
If
the
they
ball.
do it that way, I hope it's the moment you flick it, you always hit the Pokemon. I don't want it to just go off and be like, fuck, I just wasted a Pokeball, and then you finally hit them, and then...
Oh, there goes my one Master Ball.
And how... Yeah, there goes your Master Ball. And then on top of that, you toss a Pokeball, and that's it for your turn, and now it's gonna hit you? Like, that's stupid. Like, why would you want to do that? No. If you're gonna toss a Pokeball, I want it to just instantly go. Like, all it is just another way to hit A. That's all I want it to be.
Now there,
at the most.
yeah. Now there's these, I guess, also like come with these rumors. There's other rumors that they're changing the core core gameplay. You know how it's turn-based, like it's always been turn-based.
Yes.
Now, what if like they did action-y style, a la Pokemon?
Poke Park.
Sure, yeah, Poke Park.
Yeah, the battles in Poke Park.
or Pokken even.
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you why. It's because what makes it a core Pokemon game at that point? What makes it not a spin-off?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
So the thing is about the Switch, like I said in our deleted video, is they grabbed a lot of IP. Nintendo grabbed a lot of IPs that they had, and they kind of did something super new with them when they came to the Switch.
Yes,
so
they
Zelda,
helped
Breath of the Wild.
they helped reinvent it.
Yes.
However, with games that have been reinvented, such as Breath of the Wild, which I think is the most obvious one to just fall back on, they didn't change the fact that it's an action RPG. It's still an action RPG.
Yeah, at its core.
Yeah. If they did like the flip here and made it turn-based, how would you have felt about that?
I wouldn't like it.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be a Zelda game anymore.
Exactly. And like here we got Pokemon Switch. It's always been turn-based RPG. Now it's an action RPG. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it? You don't like anything.
Well, I do like something.
You like something.
I liked how they made Zelda way more open and less hand-holdy. But in Pokemon, sure, make it less hand-holdy. Sure, make it more open if you find a good way to do that with Pokemon. Don't change the battle system like that. If you're gonna make nuances to the battle system, do not change the fact that it's still a turn-based RPG.
Speaking of things that you don't like, I'm gonna say that I don't like is with that leak back on 4chan, that leaked image was a picture of a trainer on top of a Lapras with an Eevee on top of his head.
Yes.
Now, the graphics or the art style that they picked looked exactly like Sun and Moon, and I don't like that.
Yes, and that's
That to me is lazy.
Yeah, that's something that bothered me too. I saw it and I was like, this just looks like a Sun and Moon hack, which as far as we know, it could have been a Sun and Moon hack.
It could have.
But the thing is, it lines up perfectly because that was before the names Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee were even announced. And by that, it means like, so like in Pokemon Yellow, you have your starter Pokemon following you, but in this case, the two versions let you decide who your starter is based on the game you buy, which is also a first in the series.
Right.
Where if you buy Let's Go Pikachu, your starter is Pikachu. If you buy Let's Go Eevee, your starter is Eevee.
That's an assumption, though.
Yeah, that's an assumption. They could just have both Pikachu and Eevee in both games. I mean,
or you could pick whatever Kanto starter, whatever.
I feel like that would defeat the purpose of the names, though.
It would. But like, we can't assume. We can't
assume. It's just this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And I just don't know because also those could be very, very early rough draft pictures of the game. Like, okay, we're using Sun and Moon as a base. Now, and this is something we want.
In one of the leaks, it said that this game is half and half. It's half
poke. Like it's in the middle. It's in the middle between Pokken and
Sun and Moon graphically, artistically.
And I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd be okay with that.
Now, with this game, okay, what are they gonna do to make me and other people want to come back to play Kanto again, to play this on my Switch?
Waifus.
Okay, that's how they'll get me. I don't know if there's enough people. There's a lot of people like me. And Pokemon, has always had waifus.
They're 10 years old.
I'm not talking about those ones. No, sir. Ricky trying to put some bad things on me. No. There's gonna be people like, oh, dude, we already saw Kanto like 8 times. I mean, obviously not 8 times, but over exaggeration, but we already saw it 8 times, and this is the same thing over and over. Come on, give us something new. Honestly, and that's only because nostalgia.
They can bring Kanto back and still give us something new.
They could.
They can do it.
That whole post-apocalyptic thing was so cool. I was so down for that.
If it's real.
But
yeah, that would be an example of doing something new. They could also do something new without drastically changing the geography like that too.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. It's not my job to think of it.
No.
I'm not a game developer, but they can do it.
Your job is just to sit there and look pretty.
Exactly. Hi guys.
Hey.
You see me? Of course you don't, because we don't have a camera yet.
Thanks, Ivan.
Thanks, Ivan.
See, because the thing is, with the Pokemon formula, it's very overused and it's predictable. Okay, you start off in a little town.
Number one complaint about Pokemon is the exact same complaint used towards Zelda. And what do they do with Zelda?
The same thing.
Granted, Pokemon Company is its own beast, and Nintendo doesn't really have.
And Zelda's its own divine beast.
Oh my God, he took it there. Thank you for watching, everybody. It's
Wait,
over.
what?
No, it's because we can't top that. That's it.
That's
the
it.
video's
We won.
done. Yeah, but
It's its own beast.
it's its own beast. So I don't know if they would go that drastic, especially because there. I don't know. Maybe Skyward Sword didn't sell very well. I would imagine it didn't. Like compared to like other Zelda, maybe there's a drop off there, and they were like, "Oh, we gotta fix this." Pokemon just sells more and more and more each time, and they do nothing different.
No, they don't. I mean, just like, add like things that kind of break the game, that, like the Mega Evolution.
They make it a little flashier.
Yeah, and then the, what's it called, the little dance moves? Z moves.
Z moves. There
Z
you
moves
go.
at the Z ring. So
Take cues from Digimon.
yeah, the thing is that didn't compel me enough to get back into it. Well, I mean, I still bought the game. But they got what they wanted.
You weren't excited for the feature, is what you're saying.
No,
here.
no.
Yes.
Like, I want to see, like,
Well, you're part of the
new
problem
things.
here, because like the thing is,
I didn't vote with my wallet.
Exactly, you got to vote with your wallet, and if you look at the Pokemon games and think, oh, there's nothing different, yet you still buy the game, then your opinion doesn't matter all of a sudden because you
Damn,
still
what a
bought the
dick.
game. Well, it doesn't.
dick.
It totally doesn't matter.
You're right, but you're still a dick for saying that.
Well, I'm not talking you. I'm talking general here.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I've seen a lot of ends. With Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu.
I will say this.
Okay.
Before we continue, I voted with my wallet with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I didn't get it.
Oh, I didn't get either.
I was done.
No,
So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Hey.
There comes the
Wait.
solution.
I'm tired of the Ultra games.
Yeah.
Even I don't care if it made the game better. This should have been there from the start. It's to me, it's an excuse to kind of give us a little
bit
keep
more, just to
Pokemon
keep it
relevant,
going?
even though Pokemon
Just to
will
keep
always
poking
be
it?
relevant.
Yep.
I mean, am I excited for the game? Yes, because it's new Pokemon. But at the same time, seeing that it's Kanto again gets me very worried because, like I said before, the formula is always going to be the same. Where I start off in a town, and if it's Kanto again, I mean,
But imagine the curveball.
Oh my God, what's the name? It's not what the fuck's the name?
Viridian.
No, the first town, Pallet Town.
Pallet Town? Okay.
Sorry, Pallet Town.
How'd you
to
forget?
Viridian. Yeah, I know. I literally had to quote Ash from.
Oh, you had to quote him in your mouth.
Yeah,
in your mind. That's
Dude,
funny.
No, my brain works weird. So you had to go to Pallet Town, Viridian Forest, Viridian City, to Pewter City, to Cerulean City. I had to do all that bullshit. Come on, guys. I don't want to do that over again. I want to see something completely different.
Well, what a curveball it would be if it's the same region, but it's an entirely different game. Imagine that curveball.
I mean, I feel like that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they've been trying to do that for a while. They're
Air
like,
quotes, trying.
Remember with Sun and Moon, they were like, no longer gyms. This will shut up everyone that says, oh, we got to keep going to 8 gyms.
It's the
And
same
then everyone's
thing.
like, well, you're still going to 8 things. Oh, I don't know how many it was in Sun and Moon, but it's like you're still going to these things, and then you fight the Elite Four in the end.
The only game that did it right is your phone.
Every freaking time I get a text.
The only game that did it right was the Johto games, the Heart Gold and the Soul Silvers and the regular Gold and regular Silvers.
In my opinion, that's the most deviated, just because it made you do the same thing twice.
But it's the most badass. It's like it rewards you to go back to Kanto. See, now this game, right, was what I originally thought would be awesome. Now, this is a lot to ask for. You start off in a new region, and then you get rewarded to go back to Kanto and Johto. Or they pick like the 3 most popular and different regions, and you travel those, and depending where you yeah, this is too much to ask for, right? Because that's a lot of variables and a lot of different coding. Depending where you start off, where you pick to start off is how you'll go for each region.
I don't know about that. Like you said, that's too
much to ask for. That's way too ambitious.
That's way too much. What at that point, what that is, it's a Pokemon MMO in which you choose your region, like, or your server. That's almost what you're bringing out, but in like an actual single player game, I don't know. I don't know about that. Not until we actually get a Pokemon MMO will anything like that ever happen.
I don't ever see Pokemon.
But here's my flaw with what you said, because you said you're tired of seeing Kanto over and over again. Well, you're just gonna get two max regions that you've already been to, doing again the exact same thing, just more. Instead of 8 badges, instead of 16 badges, you're getting 20.
So
What?
the thing is, right, I don't want to go to Kanto again and I fight Brock and I fight Misty and I fight
Yeah, but
Lieutenant
you're gonna
Surge.
get the gym leaders from the other regions, which we've still done
Yes.
that before. I like if they can bring us to Kanto and they can make it an entirely new game, even with the same characters. You know, that would be freaking badass.
Now, then another thing that I won't like, right, is that we're gonna see the Kanto Pokemon. Like that's only, you know,
You don't
until
know that.
we beat the game.
You don't know that
That's right, but I hope they change that
because
so we
in,
see
in the Hoenn remakes, they brought in other gen Pokemon into
okay.
Hoenn. So that it could go both ways, but their most recent thing that they've done is that they did introduce.
Like if I go to Viridian Forest and I just see fucking Weedles and Caterpies and Metapods and
Pikachus.
Kakunas and the very, very, rare chance to
Pikachu.
get a Pikachu, I'm gonna be kind of butthurt. Like, not gonna lie.
well, but you're looking forward to this, right?
Oh yeah, like that one thing that you think you guys might think that I'm bashing on this game, and I kind of am, but I'm still gonna buy it. You know, I'm gonna still
because he fails to vote with his wallet.
No, because I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. You know, even if they lost me and derailed like.
And here's the problem. I don't think
my
enough
love for it.
I don't think enough people. Okay, I think Pokemon has a similar issue to Zelda where people say that they're tired of the formula. However, they're not really showing it because
No.
they're still buying the games. Whereas with Zelda, I feel like they stopped buying it come Skyward Sword.
I feel like maybe
So Pokemon has no
Maybe-
incentive, honestly.
the people that still buy Pokemon is because they think Game Freak would have changed it enough and hope when they're playing the game like I did that it would change.
You could tell just by watching. And on top of that, all these people buy both
Some
versions.
people just believe that in the middle of the game it's going to change.
That's
the type of me.
That's weird.
That's
but
me.
I'm also excited for this game. I'm more optimistic about it being in Kanto than you are. Clearly.
I mean, if it is, then that's fine, I guess. But
Yeah.
you know, if it isn't, that'd be better. I'm not gonna hate on the game. It's just kind of it blows, you know. It's. I expected. It's my fault because I expected more. I expected something different, and now we're going back to Kanto. And if it's like Kanto but completely different, then I'm cool with it. Like that whole post-apocalyptic thingy.
Well, I don't think I have anything else to say about this matter. I'm looking forward to E3 if it gets revealed there.
Yeah, it's
or tomorrow if it gets revealed tomorrow.
or the next day, or yesterday.
whenever. Or yesterday.
Yeah.
This video's going up today. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Pokemon fans. Okay, damn it,
Again.
Ricky. Pokemon fans out there, if you are upset that this is another Kanto remake or that we're going back to Kanto, let us know why in the comments below. If you're excited to go back to Kanto, let us know. What do you think it's going to be like? Do you think we're going to see like, you know, Brock, Misty, Lieutenant Surge, Sabrina, or you know, this is going to take like 100 years later than from the events of the original Pokemon, and you know, we see completely different people and a completely different setting, you know, because the old games, the cities and the towns were very small. You had like 4 or 5 buildings at the max in them. So maybe they're gonna go super out there and make this like whole like towering like buildings and different
We'll see.
things.
Time will tell.
Yeah, so let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video, hit that like button. And if you didn't like it, well, still hit that like button anyways, because we kind of need
It's
likes
not
right
like
now.
there's a thumbs down button anywhere.
No, pretend that doesn't exist. Okay, don't listen to Ricky. Ricky's the negative of hidden item, even though it's me. and if you really liked our content, please consider subscribing. That'd be really awesome.
There's
We'd greatly
realistic,
appreciate it.
there's realistic, and then there's cynical. All right, I think I'm on the realistic side of it, and we got the cynical side over on the other.
Yeah, Ivan. Hit subscribe.
Oh.
Hit the subscribe button, and if you want to check us out on all our other social media, please look at the description, and you'll find it there. Other than that, my name is Zaire from Hidden Item, and I'm gonna tell you guys I'll catch you on the flip side. Ricky, say goodbye.
I'm realistic. Bye.
Unrealistic Engine 4.